anytime.
Gloria Barnhill.
Okay, I was born on January 28, 1948 at 8:10 a.m. to Jesse and Marion Owens. I was the oldest of 5 children. I have 3 sisters and 1 brother, and I lived in the same house for 18 years in North Pekin. When I was 1.5 years old, my mom was going to the store, and she had told me to quit playing with the door handle on the car door, but I didn't listen, and when she started to back up, the door flew open and I fell out. And when she got the car stopped and got to me, I was in between the 2 front tires. And I was really lucky because the car didn't run over me. After that, my mom said that I wouldn't have anything to do with her for about a week. I wouldn't let her pick me up or even come near me. And the same thing happened to my youngest son, Jimmy, when he was just about the same age. He fell out of the car too, but he wasn't hurt either. When I was 2 years old, my mom was washing one day, and she had went outside to hang up the clothes. And I guess I thought I was really going to do something to help her. So I got up on a chair and I started putting the clothes through the wringer. And pretty soon she heard me screaming, and when she come in the house, I had got my arm caught in the wringer up to my elbow. And there weren't any bones broken or any damage done to my arm, but I was pretty lucky. It had one of those releases on it, so when you got too much clothes in there, it would pop up, so I guess that's what it did. The first thing that I can really remember happened when I was 3 years old. One day I was watching my younger sister, Pat, and she was about 15 months old, and I let her outside, which would have been okay, but she didn't have any clothes on. And then when I was 5, I got my first dog from my aunt and uncle for my birthday, and it was black, and I named it Blackie. And I had it for about 7 or 8 years, and then we had buses that came out in North Pekin and picked up Caterpillar workers, and one of them, those buses ran over my dog. I was saved when I was 10 years old, and most of my teenage life was spent in doing things with the youth group at church and going to basketball and football games with my dad and sisters. I started working part-time at Kmart during my junior year. Well, it was the summer between my junior and senior year. And that's where I met the girls that I would soon share an apartment with when I graduated from high school. And I graduated from Pekin High School in 1966, and that summer I moved into an apartment with Linda and Mary. In 1968, Linda and Mary and I, we all worked at Kmart still, and we took our vacations together and we drove down to Florida. And we stayed with Mary's brother and his wife on Eglin Air Force Base. And we drove down all night. We drove it in about 23 hours. And the first day that we went to the beach, which was we got there on Saturday, and then Monday we went to the beach. And we were still tired from driving, and we fell asleep on the beach, and we got burned. So we didn't go to the beach anymore. We were there for a week, and we didn't get to go swimming anymore because we were burnt so bad we couldn't stand to be out in the sun that long. Linda and Mary and I shared 7 different apartments in 4 years' time. And I had never moved before, like I said before, until I moved away from home, and then that's all we did is move from one apartment to the other. After 4 years, Linda moved out, and she started living with my sister, Pat, which didn't last very long, because right after that, Pat got married to Linda's brother, and then Linda married my cousin. And then in the meantime, Mary, the other girl, and I, we still shared an apartment, and we lived moved to Chillicothe into the house that Mary and her fiance had bought. And then when she got married, then I moved back home with my mom and dad. And then I lived there for about another year, a little over a year, and then I married Clifford and joined the church here. And then you all know what happened after that.
Thank you, Gloria.